Hey YouTube, welcome back to my channel. My name is Dion and this is chapstick. So we're going to apply this. I chose it at random. I'm going to tell you what is on my face and then I'm going to do the intro as I prime my lids, and then we're going to jump into the look. As you know, it's with the Lethal Cosmetics Berlin 89 palette, and I am recreating another look, but you know that as well. My brows is the Fenty Brow Pencil MVP and the shade is in deep black. For primer and foundation, we use the Fenty. The foundation shade I used is 335. Then we used the Hourglass Veil Translucent Setting Powder to set the face. Then we went in with the Esom Face Structure Palette, which majigga thingy. Use this to set under eye, this as a highlight, this as a blush, this as a contour-ish type situation. Then we went in with the Haus Labs bronzer, and this is medium level 7, thick thighs, quartered again. We used the Haus Labs blush in Watermelon Bliss, which is supposed to be a universal red. It is buildable and it blends out very nicely. All of the Haus Labs products I have do, the face products. And for highlighter, we use the Haus Labs highlighter, and this shade is in Golden Pyrite. So again, that's what that looks like really quick. And then we went in with the Hourglass Radiant Light, and we used this as a finishing. My vision is blurry. What the hell? You know what? Shit. I do curse on my channel, excuse me. I say that in the intro, but I didn't do it yet. An ocular migraine is starting. So we use Radiant Light to set the face. I put it everywhere except like right here, because sometimes it tends to me, looks a little oily. People say it's like a healthy glow. The ocular auras really throw me off because it creates a blind spot in my vision. It starts small, then it gets bigger, and as it gets bigger, then it dissipates. And so it's just starting. So right now there's just a tiny blind spot, but okay. And then we sprayed the face with the Fenty what is it called? What It Do Makeup Refreshing Spray. Under eyes for lower lash line, we use NYX Retractable Eyeliner, and this shade is in gold. And for whatever reason, I decided I wanted to do a blue. So this is the deep blue NYX Retractable Eyeliner on my lower and upper rims. And that is everything that is on my face. This is happening. Oh my gosh. So Fenty eye primer, and this one is almost done. I get through these in about 4.5 months. I called this channel the Crazy Troll Nation of YouTube. The crazy, just enjoying doing videos and still doing videos even when something happens. Like this ocular migraine just literally started happening when I said, okay, I'm having problems with my vision. Thankfully, it only happens in one eye at a time. So the Crazy Troll Nation, enjoying hearing me stammer and stutter, enjoying doing videos, knowing it's okay to let your personality shine through. Like when I stammer, stutter, when things happen in video, I just keep going because it's a part of my everyday life. And so just knowing it's okay to just be who you are and to not feel like, oh my gosh, I could never like do a video and not be my best. I'm very seldom at my best. Usually it's, you know, this is as good as it gets. So you are seeing the best of me. Even when stuff is acting crazy or wacky things are happening, that's my best. The troll part of the Crazy Troll Nation is not caring too much about the beauty community standards. Try not to feel like you need to use a certain brand or a certain tool or even a certain technique. Like do your makeup, whatever it is you choose to buy, whatever tools you decide to purchase, putting your makeup on however you want to, whatever you want to use, in the way that you are satisfied with it. You set the standard for yourself. Here at the Crazy Troll Nation, the bottom line is self-acceptance and self-love. Embracing your natural features, enhancing them if you want to, when you want to, but never feeling like you have to. Just love yourself, y'all, and know that you are friggin' amazing. I do curse on my channel sometimes, as you already heard. And because I curse sometimes, period. And so this is really just who I am. And it took me a long time to just accept who I am. And so that's why I but that's why I always say these things in my intro, because it's things that I've learned, and I do hope it really resonates with you, to just love yourself for who you are and to be your authentic self. So we're ready to get started with this look. This is what Berlin 89 looks like. It does come in the sleeve, and I normally don't keep boxes or sleeves, but it's very easy to store. Like, it's not bulky, it's not in the way. So just slide the palette out, and this is what it looks like. This was one of my first Lethal Cosmetics purchases, and I fell in love with the brand very quickly. This is what the palette looks like, and this look that I am recreating, I have an itch right here. The look that I'm recreating, I did August 30th, 2022. Today is August 27th, 2023. So 3 days shy of a year ago, I did this look. I don't know what number look it is. If I can find what number look it is, I will put it in the title. But for right now, and this is when I did inner, outward, light to dark. And because I wrote it that way, that's what I'm going to do. And I could have rewritten it to do it dark to light, and I said, you know what, let me not confuse myself. So we're going to start with Reunion, this shade here, and if I'm squinting, it's because I'm having trouble seeing from certain angles because of this ocular migraine that's happening. It lasts about 20-25 minutes usually, so kind of sucks that it happens right now. So that tells me it'll be here the length of the video. So that is there. I can't even really see it. I can see it in the mirror down here, but when I look up here, I can't see it. Like, there's a blind spot, and the blind spot moves as the ocular migraine gets bigger. The blind spot changes. So it's annoying. It's not painful. It's just disorienting. When I first started getting them, I'm like, oh my gosh, like, am I going blind in one eye? Like, what's happening? And then it would just get bigger and dissipate, and I was just really confused. And going to the VA hospital for appointments, they do make sure, you know, your eye exams once a year, your dental exams twice a year, your GYN stuff, you know, once a year, and, you know, your lab work and everything. And so, meanwhile, though, if something comes up, you know, I can message in, and I'm like, okay, this is what's happening. I don't know what's going on. And so they scheduled me for an appointment, and they explained to me, well, first she asked me, what does it look like? And when I explained what it looked like, she's like, you're having ocular migraines. She's like, that's exactly how people describe it. And I'm like, wow. And so if you want to see what it looks like from the inside out view, Google ocular migraines. Some people call them ocular auras. And some of the pictures are different, but the gist of it is the same. There's like a squiggly line on the outside of your vision field, and it just distorts your vision. And so I was just like, wow, like, this is the thing. So I'm like, okay, great, one more thing for me to deal with on top of all the other things. But the good thing is that it's not painful. It's just disorienting. The worst is when I'm driving, because then it's like, whoa, wait, I need to see the drive. And it doesn't last long. Sometimes it's followed by a regular migraine, and sometimes it's not. So I think it just kind of depends. And so me having this now, the last 3 days, I've been having migraines off and on. And so me having this ocular migraine now is telling me I need to stop doing so many videos, and I need to just rest my eyes as much as possible. So it's the indicator for me that I realized that I'm just doing too much, and I don't know if it's the lights or what, but yeah, so that's what it's telling me. Something I've learned, and let me know if this is true for you too. We're going to take that same shade on the first half of our lower lash line. Let me know if this is true for you too, that as you get older, you realize why certain things are happening. Like, it took me a while to realize, okay, I'm doing too much. I need to just relax my eyes. Maybe not sit in front of these lights every day doing videos. And if there's other things that goes on with your body, have you noticed a pattern to it? Like doing videos every day, or almost every day, but doing videos at least like 4 days in a row, and then I start getting ocular auras. So I'm like, okay, that's a pattern. So let me know if you notice patterns with what your body does. And I am a disabled veteran, so I deal with stuff anyway. It's just finding the patterns and finding what the triggers are so that I can try to avoid the triggers. You know what I mean? So it can be, this side looks like it's further over. So it can be, it's a learning lesson in learning to understand like what our body is telling us, and to pay attention. This is the brush that I use for setting powder and also for the finishing powder. So now we're going to take Breakthrough, I think that's what it says. That's this shade here. This is a dual chrome, a very popular one, because you see it's like a burgundy-ish and then it's green. This one right here where it's green, then it's burgundy. Popular shift, and I do love this shift in this shade. And this is going to go on the center of the lid. Oh, look at that. Can you see it? I should be asking myself, can I see it? This goes on like so well. I love lethal shadows. Early morning, I was winding down to go to sleep. I am nocturnal. I go to sleep in the morning between 6 and 11 a.m. Seriously. And just to wear my brain out, because then I will really sleep, even though I wake up every 90 minutes or so anyway. I built another lethal palette, and so it's sitting in my cart. And we'll see if I still want it after the no-buy ends at the end of September. And even if I do still want it, I will wait for a sale, because the end of year sales, November, December sales are like really good. And so it's not something, I think this looks okay. Down here I can see it and it looks good, but then where you are, like I have no idea. When I look up here, okay, let me just keep going. So now we're going to take Checkpoint, this shade here, and that's going to go in the outer corner. I'm curious to find a picture of what this looked like before when I did it. And because I'm doing the same technique, I think it's going to look the same, but I won't know until I can see clearly. And I'm glad that I'm doing this because I'm reminded of how much I like this palette. And it does seem like their pre-made palettes are the same formula as their single shadows. Like the formula is the same, which is good, because some brands, the pre-made palettes seem to be one formula, or if it's a brand that's constantly changing their formula or reformulating, or this palette has this type of shadow in it and this palette has a different type of shadow in it. And so one thing I like about Lethal is they are consistent. And I don't have to guess, okay, well, is this going to be the same? Is this going to work the same? Is it going to apply the same? Is it going to blend the same? I know that it is. And I really enjoy that about the brand. And that's why I have like so many single shadows. Yeah. I'm still trying to decide what series to do next. And when I posted, I think I posted for members only on my community tab, it was even between Natasha Denona, Lethal Cosmetics, and MAC Cosmetics. And MAC is another brand. I have some pre-made palettes, and then I also have some single shadows. And so it was an equal number. So I'm still like, okay. I don't know which one to do. But what that tells me is that, you know, they're cool with it either way. And you'll see whichever series that I do. I like this. And what I like about this, from what I can see down here, is I'm seeing the burgundy from Breakthrough, then I see the green from Breakthrough, and then we have Checkpoint, this purple. And so that's what I'm liking about it, is the dual chrome aspect. And when I turn this way, I see the green here, and then I see the purple, the burgundy from the dual chrome, and then I see Checkpoint. And looking on this side, I see that inner corner shade, the gold, and then I see all green, and then I see the purple here. And so as I turn, and from here I see the gold, green, and then just purple. And so I do think this is a good combination. I don't know what you're seeing. Maybe you are seeing what I'm seeing as I turn, like how those go. And this angle to me looks funky because the green is in the middle. And even looking here, there's green in the middle. But then as you turn, Lethal to me is a grungy brand, except if you get the light-based dual chromes and multi-chromes. And I do prefer the dark-based, which is why I was so drawn to this one. And I have quite a few of their dark-based multi-chromes and dual chromes. The palette I put together, I do have some lighter tones in there, just to have some variety, because I just like their shadows. And I feel like somebody who, This is how I imagine they feel. Like with Sydney Grace, it's like you just like the formula, you like their stuff, so you just want to just get more. I imagine that's what, you know, that feels like for them. That's how this feels for me. We're going to take THC, this shade here, and we're going to put this in the transition area, which is my brow bone area, which is only just right here. Because we took the lid shades high up. Am I having more issues than the ocular aura? And so we're just going to tap that right there, because I don't even think it needs any blending up here. And because this inner corner, this inner shade goes up to the brow, we're only taking this to like right here. And the only negative space is just like a little piece like right there. And I'm okay with that. And so that's all we're going to do with that. We're going to tap over here for no other reason than just to tap right there. I do have for transition also Sputnik, this shade here. And I don't know why. Because I'm liking how this is looking from what I can see. I can't really see up here where you are. Sorry for rubbing your nose. Why did I put Sputnik there? I don't know. I'm thinking maybe I took the lid shades further down, meaning I didn't take them that far up. And I think I did the THC shade, this shade, and then I'm thinking there was extra space here, and that's why I took Sputnik, because Sputnik will play off of the purple. That's what I'm thinking. And that's what's interesting for me when I recreate looks. Like my technique has changed, or how I place shadow is different. So when I recreate looks, sometimes it looks different. So we're not going to put Sputnik over here, because then that'll be red up to my brow. So we're going to send that brush back home because we didn't use it. Now what we're going to do, we're going to take East and West, which is this black shade. And I have this for outer corner. So we're going to use this brush. And I'm thinking I should use a smaller one. And I'm gonna try and do an outer V. I'm not good at outer V's, and I don't know why. They turn into just outer corner when I try and do outer V. I think we just did an outer V, which is just a sharp, straight down, a point, and then come in. I'm gonna leave that just like that. Hopefully I can get this side the same. So the top edge of the outer corner color, which was checkpoint, so we're going to just come straight over to the corner, and then we're just going to come straight in, and hopefully I can get it to look like how the other side gets it from what I can see. And already this is more blended, where this is like a sharp V, and this is why it usually ends up outer corner versus an outer V. I still think it looks good. We're going to just lightly blend right here. Jeepers, y'all. And so we're going to do the same thing here. Just lightly feather this a little further over. This side is definitely thicker, so we're going to just tap in lightly, and we're just going to tap here, and then we're going to just tap down. I liked this side better, but because the V was thicker on this side, from what it looks like to me, we're just going to do the same thing over here. But I do like that though, from what I can see. And because of, it looks sharp right here, but then when you turn it doesn't. And that's because I think of the dual chrome of that center shade. So we're just going to still feather a little bit lightly right here. Okay, we're going to put that down. I also have that same shade, East and West, for upper lash line. And I don't know like why I chose this instead of just like a black liner. And maybe just to use a shadow as a liner. This is the NYX eyeliner brush that I never use anymore. And so I said, let me just use it for this look. The only thing with using a brush like this, or an eyeliner brush for upper lash line, is that the shadow, if it's powdery, or the brush may make it seem powdery versus a liquid liner or a gel liner. But since I did this way before, we're going to do it this way now, even though we didn't add that second transition shade like we did the first time. So we've already altered the look. I think my technique altered the look all by itself, to be honest with you. But we're going to see. Hopefully that picture is still in my phone. I'm going to bring this further down here since it is that same color. And I could use a different brush for that. But this is what we're doing today. We're doing good for time. We're at 20 minutes. It looks like there's something missing right here, but I don't know if it's just my vision or is it really a gap. This side has a small, well, a more faint gap, but I don't know if it's my vision or not. So we just want to take this again. This is the brush we use for that shade. I do like that color as a liner, and you can use any color as a liner. I'm having trouble. I tend to just use gel liners. I really like the melt ones because they're different colors. And they do have a black. I don't think I've opened the black one because I don't think I would use it often, just based on having the MAC Paint Pot and Black Mirror, which is their black one. I don't use that one that often either. And I keep thinking to declutter it. Or maybe I'll pop it in the giveaway, or pop it as a free something when somebody purchases something from my Mercari store. The link is below. I'm not seeing any fallout, but that doesn't mean it's not there. That is it for no. We got one more thing to do. We're going to take Zone, this shade here, and that's going to go on the lower lash line. And I think that's why I put the blue on my inner rims, not knowing if it would be noticeable or not. I can't tell. I can't tell. Thank you for being here. Thank you for listening to my ramblings. If you get ocular auras, ocular migraines, let me know. And also, if you have found what your triggers are, let me know that too. But definitely let me know if you've learned, you know, to listen to your body and to figure out what triggers are the things so that you can then avoid those triggers. Because that is important for our overall health, is to understand why our body is doing whatever it's doing. I don't know why I'm bringing that way up here, because it looks like there's a gap, that's why. And I need to not go far up because we're not going to do a double wing anything, because we already have our shadow on for liner on our upper lash line. To me, it looks like there's a gap right here, but I don't really know if it is or not. So this is going to be the look. The last thing we need to do, my nose is itching. We're going to wipe off some chapstick. I was thinking about what lip to do, because I couldn't remember like what the look was going to look like. So I did pull out a black. I pulled oh, mascara. Let me back up. We're going to put on the Lancome Sills Boost mascara base. I have some sitting right here in front of me and still forget it. This is coming out not wet but damp today. Last time I used it, I just hit this on my face because I couldn't see. I keep thinking it's done, because sometimes it really comes out and then sometimes it seems like it's dry. But I do think it might be almost done, even though today is applying fine. I just really poked myself in the face. We're going to use the Fenty Hella Thick Mascara. I was curious about this, excuse me for smacking, and didn't want to purchase it. And then it came free with purchase from the Fenty website. Fenty website has good sales. If you're interested in anything from Fenty, just keep checking the website. And I'm talking, you know, 30 to 60% off sales. And they do usually give a free gift with purchase. And it's good stuff. Like, I was curious about this mascara. And this when it first came out that they were giving these as a free gift. So I was glad to receive it, because I was curious about it. I have other mascaras open. I didn't want to buy it. And then I got this and I'm like, okay. And I think I did buy one during a sale, the full size. I do like the mini mascaras, the travel size, because I do use them up, even though I usually use up a full size mascara, except recently, because now I have open like 6, and I think 2 are black and the other ones are different colors. But I do try to rotate through my mascaras. I like this. Like, look, she thick. Hella Thick does volumize my lashes anyway. I'll speak for me. And I just got like a spot right here. And you're supposed to wait until it dries, but it did just pop that off. Yeah. So that is the mascara. I really enjoy it. Okay, now for the lip, MAC Caviar in black. It would be sensible to do a dark purple lip or a brown lip or even the lighter purple lip, but we're just going to go for it with MAC Caviar. I'm going to edit this part out. This is almost a finished look, so do let me know about understanding triggers for different medical things that may go on with your body. Also, let me know if you recreate looks just to see if anything has changed. Do you like it better, the recreation, or do you like how you did it the first time better? I had another question to ask you, and I forgot that quick. I'm talking because I'm waiting for this to dry down because I want to put this shade from MAC on and on top of this. So I'm just waiting for it to dry a little bit. I had another question I was going to ask you. What was I going to ask you? I don't remember. I think this is dry enough. We're going to put this on. Oh, the question I was going to ask you is, do you like this format of me saying what's on my face and then doing the intro when I prime my lids and then just getting into the look? Or do you not even want to know what's on my face? Like, do you not care? It may not matter because either way, most of what I put on my face is listed down below. Some of the links are affiliate links, so please know that. Should I know though? Because I am liking this format. Because it's hard putting on lipstick when I'm talking. I like this format because sometimes I'll forget to tell you something that's on my face, and so when I tell you first, it's like, okay, that's done. You know what I mean? My lips are not symmetrical. And when I wear a dark lip, it accentuates that they're not symmetrical. And then when I try to fix it, it looks worse. So, so what I'm gonna do, well, let's see if the lipstick will cover where I just messed up at the bottom. And if not, I'll take a black lip liner to straighten out that line, or try to. I should have just left it the way it was in the first place. I'm using the tip of the bullet. I think that did it. Like here it looks down too far. And then when I smile it doesn't. This is a dual chromey type shade, this lipstick. So this is our finished look. Let me know what you think. I'm thinking it looks good. The ocular aura is just about gone. And so I am able to see now up here with what you're seeing, and I'm really digging the look. And the outer V is an actual outer V. I am digging it. Let me know also, I know I always have a lot of questions, if you have Berlin 89. It is a blast from the past. I dropped it and it rolled and it's in the kitchen. So let me know if you have Berlin 89. What you think about it. They're sturdy too. I can almost guarantee you nothing in there shattered. Like, they are sturdy. They're not hard pressed. They're just the perfect texture. And because it hit my thick thigh and then slid to the floor and then just kept sliding into the kitchen, it's not, you know, like it just was bouncing, or it just straight dropped to the floor. So I'm sure everything is safe. If it's not, I'll put over here like, oh my gosh, I broke a shadow, but I'm pretty sure they're okay. So let me know what you think about this look. Let me know all the answers to all the gazillion, billion, trillion, illion questions that I asked you. Thank you for being here. And let me know, let me know though about the format. What's on my face first, then the intro, then the eye look, or what's on my face at the end, or not what's on my face at all, because it's going to be listed down below anyway, most of the stuff. So that'll be it for this video. Thank you for being here. If you've made it this far and you're not subscribed, please do. If you've made it this far, you stayed with me for a reason. So go ahead and click the thumbs up button, or maybe you were just driving and so you just let it play. I don't know, but go ahead and click the thumbs up button if you enjoyed the video. Thumbs down it if you didn't. and comments are always welcome. A lot of links below, a lot of information below. Thank you for being here, and you will see me soon. As always, self-acceptance, self-love. That is the Crazy Troll Nation way.